We are 40 days out from RootsTech. I am going to share my plans with you to get ready for this big event, and I'm hoping that you share your plans with me, and let's get ready for the Super Bowl of genealogy together. Hi everyone, my name's Denise Allen. I'm a researcher, genealogist here in Pennsylvania, and I am getting ready for the Super Bowl of Genealogy, RootsTech 2024. This year, the event runs February 29th through March 2nd, so we are just about 40 days away, and I am going to share what I'm doing right now to get ready for this event. I don't want to mess it up this year. Most years, I push it off and don't get ready, and I'm like, oh, it's the end of February. I don't have to worry about it. No, this year, I am getting ready. I'm preparing. I am going to center myself, trade ideas, and make sure that we're all ready together. Now, you might be thinking to yourself, why do I want to go to RootsTech? I'll tell you, it's not just the size of the event, because RootsTech is a huge, huge event. It's also the energy that comes with RootsTech. All the industry leaders across the genealogy websites, the software companies, the different vendors that satisfy the genealogy community, they all plan their biggest announcements around RootsTech. And there's so many people from all around the world that also plan to attend either online or in person in Salt Lake this one event. So it really gets the genealogy community excited. It gets the energy level up. It makes us feel connected. It's so fun to be connected with other people united around the similar idea of getting to understand and appreciate our ancestors. Other reasons you might want to do RootsTech? Well, it's a great genealogy education. Some of the biggest speakers and most talented people in genealogy speak at RootsTech. A lot of the talks will be recorded. They plan on having over 250 of those right now, and some of them will be live streamed, and we all know how much fun it is to watch live stream events because then you get the energy of the audience also as you're watching the event. If you'd love to know all the latest gizmos and gadgets and technology for genealogy, there will be 120 vendors at the event, and there will also be an online vendor hall, as well as tech announcements on the second day of the event. So those are just some of the reasons why you might want to go to RootsTech, but the biggest reason of all is just to treat yourself to a genealogy weekend. You deserve the time to relax, kick back, and just enjoy yourself in your genealogy. You don't have to try to squeeze it in around other commitments. You don't have to try to explain to people why you're doing genealogy. For these 3 days, you get to be with other genealogists, whether in person or online, who just understand your passion and your commitment to family history. So take the time, reserve the weekend now, and really treat yourself. Now, this year for 2024, I am going to RootsTech in person in Salt Lake. I am so excited. I made a decision, my husband and I, to go this year, and it was a big decision. You never know what's going to happen in the 2020s. Everything changes every year, but we committed to going, and we can't wait. So, ways that we're planning to make this trip a success for ourselves. A couple of these are a little bit unconventional, but the one was not so unconventional, and that was to pick a hotel that was fairly close to the convention center, but still allowed us a little bit of exercise time to walk there. So both of us love to walk and see the sights in a city, and we've both been to Salt Lake a few times. So we opened up Google Maps. We looked at all the hotels around the Salt Lake Convention Center, and we made sure that we picked one that gave us a little opportunity to walk versus not necessarily being close. Now, of course, this comes with the risk, being that it's winter. We have to make sure to bring our winter boots just in case, but we want to make sure to have the opportunity to enjoy the city a little bit. Now, if you're going in person, the closest hotels are the Radisson. That's just around the corner from the Salt Lake Palace. And then the Hilton down the street is also fairly close. I've stayed at both of those hotels for previous trips to Salt Lake, and they're great hotels. Now, if you're not into those hotels, like I said, there's lots of options in Salt Lake. It is a convention center. It is the capital of Utah. So you really have your pick of places to stay. The other thing we did in planning the trip is to make sure to book our flight a couple days early so we're not getting in at the last minute. We were concerned, again, because of winter, about weather delays or cancellations. And so we planned our trip just with that in mind. If everything goes well, we get a couple days to sightsee around Salt Lake. And Utah's a beautiful state, so that is a big bonus for us. We also have friends in and around Salt Lake City, and we look forward to connecting with them and going out for some good meals. And of course, food is one of the ways I prepared for Salt Lake City. So I love to eat, I love to go out and try new foods. And I want to make sure when I'm in Salt Lake that I am trying some different places to eat. I'm not just eating at some of the chain restaurants all the time. I want to make sure to experience the uniqueness of Salt Lake and really get to soak that in a little bit while I'm there. So one way I'm preparing is to watch the TV show Diners, Drive-Ins, and Dives on Food Network, the Guy Ferrari show, where he visits all these unique places all around the United States and tries their food. He's been to Salt Lake several times. He's tried some really interesting restaurants. So I am going back and watching all those episodes right now to plan some places that I want to eat in Salt Lake. But if you know some places that are fun to eat in Salt Lake, some really cool places, please drop it in the comments. I love, like I said, love to go out to eat. I think it would be fun to have some unique food experiences while I'm in Salt Lake. So drop it in the comments on this video and I'll definitely check them out. If you're interested in catching up on what happened at RootsTech in 2023, check out this video where I cover all the details. The last way I'm preparing to go to the RootsTech conference in person is to get my steps in and get my walking miles up. I know this sounds a little unconventional, but I tend to be a little bit unconventional. I want to make sure that I don't tire out while I'm at RootsTech. It's a big convention. There are 120 vendors there, as I mentioned, and that's a lot of walking in the vendor hall. There's also 250 classes. So there's a lot to go back and forth to and walking to the hotel. So I am getting my steps in now. My physical fitness plan to get ready for RootsTech is to do 7,000 to 10,000 steps a day to get ready. I'm doing that both on the treadmill as well as outside, like I said, getting the steps in. And, it's all weather dependent, being that it's winter. Some days, you don't want to go out because it's really cold or snowing, but I'm doing those steps every single day so that I can really walk back and forth, stand on my feet as much as I want, and not get tired and complain. Who wants to be around somebody complaining at the world's biggest genealogy conference, right? So that is my physical fitness plan. So I got it all covered. I got my shelter, my transportation, my food, and my steps in. That ticks all the boxes for me. If I am forgetting something that I need to do to prepare right now, 40 days out, please drop it in the comments. The next thing that's coming up is to plan the classes, but that's coming out, I think, in about 10 more days. So I still have some time to get ready for classes, but anything else that I need to prepare, please drop it in the comments because other people are going to watch this video and you're going to help them out too. Now, if you're not going to RootsTech in person, that means you're doing RootsTech on the computer. You're doing it at home, but that doesn't mean you have to be alone for RootsTech. Here's some ways to enjoy RootsTech and still get that energy and that community feeling. First, block out the days in your calendar right now. Go ahead and block out February 29th to March 2nd. Pretend like you're going on a trip. Just block them out of your calendar completely so nothing interferes with your genealogy weekend. Remember, this is your time to recharge, re-energize, and connect, and really treat yourself to something special. The conference runs from 8 a.m. to 5 p.m. Mountain Standard Time. So if you're on the East Coast, that means 10 a.m. to 7 p.m. So if you really feel like you have to squeeze something in the day, you can do it early in the morning or late at night. But you want to make sure to leave that time just for you. The live sessions where they stream the biggest announcements and have all the keynote speakers, that is in the middle of the day. That's at 11 a.m. Mountain Standard Time or 1 p.m. Eastern Time. So you want to doubly book yourself at that time to make sure not to miss those announcements and that live stream. Why? Because you get to feel the energy of the audience that's there. Maybe you'll even see me sitting in there, little teeny picture of me. Now, of course, you can do this with your friends, make some snacks worthy of the Super Bowl of genealogy, have some fun food, get together on the sofa and watch it in your big screen TV in your living room. Or you can watch it on your laptop or tablet using Google Meet or Zoom to experience it again like a live genealogy event, an in-person genealogy event. RootsTech Online is free to attend. All you need is your Family Search account. Go to familysearch.org in order to sign up for that. And you'll see at the top of the page the banner announcement for RootsTech and registration, and then it'll walk you through in a couple clicks to get yourself registered. When you do register, make sure to sign up for the emails because you do want to get the latest announcements in terms of when the class is open so you can book your class schedule, in terms of the other features of RootsTech, which I'll cover in an upcoming video, and also any last minute announcements of additions that they made to the schedule or changes. Now, I'm doing a whole series of getting ready for RootsTech, my countdown to RootsTech, so be sure to subscribe so you can get ready for RootsTech with me and take advantage of genealogy's biggest event. And I will catch you for the next video when I get ready to make my cousin connections for RootsTech.